love Formula One because I'm intrigued by the amount of engineering that goes into it, the amount of speed these drivers take, and the risk-dare reward that comes with the sport itself.
Welcome to the first ever Formula One Esports Championships in Uganda. And this is proudly brought to you by Next Level Pro Gaming. And I'll be your commentator, Moses Ichodo.
My name is Emron, and I will be your commentator for the first ever Ugandan Esports Formula One competition.
Racing for Makerere F1 community is Gerard, aka Hamilton. Racing for, that is Bugolobi community, that is Black Oak F1 community, you have Kadugala, that is Mohire. And then for the Gardens F1 club, the none other than Eric and B-Wall. They'll be racing for Gardens F1 club.
Hi, my name is Eric from Gardens, Nigeria F1 Club, Formula One enthusiast. I like Formula One, I like engines, I like speed, I like adrenaline. I've been driving from the age of 12.
My name is Mohire, aka Kadugala, and I'm going to be racing in the first ever Esports Championship at Next Level Gaming. I love speed because it is part of me. My family races, everyone in my family just goes as fast as they go. I love Formula One because of this particular reason, because these are very, very fast cars.
My name is Samuel King Sanya, and I love Formula One and motorsport purely for the adrenaline, the winning strategies, the cars, the overcuts and the undercuts, the competition. Catch me representing the Moving Ads Formula One community in Uganda's first ever Esports Formula One Championship.
What's up, people? My name is Gerald, also known as Hamilton. The reason why I like Formula One is basically my nickname, Hamilton, because he's a 7-time world champion. And he's done that as a black man, you know that's very possible. So I'm going to be there on the 17th of August, racing for the Makerere Formula One community at the Next Level Experience via Chevando alongside Gayaza Road. So be there to watch me because I got aggressive overtakes like Verstappen, though I'm a Hamilton fan.
Come support us for our first ever Formula One E-Championships at Next Level Racing.
On the 17th of August, happening at Next Level Pro Gaming Arena. And that is at Akamwesi Mall along Gayaza Road. You don't want to miss anything. And we are on with the quali. Who will start on pole? Who will start at the back of the grid? Gerard Hamilton is already looking like he could be taking it all. Kanim right in there. B-Wall with the practice seems to be paying off because he's in second as things stand.
We're on board with Hamilton right now. Let's see how he checks the cover grande. Clean line, clean line. Oh! He overcooks the brakes in the exit, but let's see. Is he up in the?
He's still up on looking set to be on pole.
Okay.
Gerard Hamilton. It's now Joel who is actually in pole as things stand. We are on board with Joel. Very good. Taking on that straight and that curve, so beautifully taken.
Beautiful line through the Varanti chicane. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Can Kadugala maintain that and finish on pole?
And Hamilton cooks the exit. Oh no!
And it presses the checkered line. Where does he finish? Kadugala starts on pole, Gerard Hamilton in second. Very good lap time. Very good. Kadugala starts on pole, Gerard Hamilton in second, Samuel King is in third. That is Joel, B-Wall and Kanim. They will have to start fighting it all the way from the back of the grid. Eric is racing as Kanem this time around. Is not happy with himself. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting set. Kadugala is choosing his tires, is checking his temperatures, and now he's set to go. Samuel King is also getting ready. And it's lights out, away we go. Beautiful start from Kadugala right there. Absolutely beautiful. But can Eric find his way around from the back of the grid? He does. What a beautiful overtake for Eric. There we go. And we have a yellow flag in sector 1. But it's green lights. He's been able to come out of it. Joel Kamadi finds himself in 4th. B-Wall is in 6th. Samuel King will have to fight it all the way from the back of the grid because he was involved in an accident. Gerald is now in
Oh no!
Oh no! Eric has gone off into the... Oh wow. Not the kind of race Eric was expecting to start with. And now he drops all the way back to the back of the pack. Gerald Hamilton. It's going to be very difficult to get Gerald out of that first position because whenever he gets on top of the grid, Kadugala is into the barriers as well. What a race we are having, ladies and gentlemen. Can he find himself out of the gravel? He's struggling to get himself out of the gravel. Kadugala is still having, we are still with a yellow flag. And now we are set to go. Kadugala is back racing. Where is B-Wall? B-Wall finds himself in 3rd. It's about how cautious you are with some of these corners because such very sharp apexes. And there you go. B-Wall is into the gravel as well, but he finds himself out. And now he's given the other racers a little bit of opportunity to get back into the race.
Hamilton is definitely on it, nailing every section of the track as we see him. Can anyone catch him at the moment?
Kadugala will want to take a breather because he's not having the race he was hoping to have. Samuel King is into the gravel again. Oh my goodness.
Hamilton sets another purple sector.
Hamilton is having a
absolutely
race.
on it.
The surprise driver for me for the day is Joel Kamadi. He's found himself a lot of composure and he's found himself in good spaces. He's kept his eyes on the track and ultimately he's taken advantage of all the different yellow flags that we have seen from the race so far. B-Wall is into 3rd position as things go. 24 laps to go. A little bit too early to start talking about laps as we speak. But again, it's going to be a question of who gets to pit first, how much time are you pitting under, because that will dictate just about how much you'll be able to take advantage of this. B-Wall loves kissing the gravel when it gets to that turn. He needs to breathe. He needs to calm down when it gets to that turn.
And Joel is eking time out of Hamilton, but Hamilton gains it back in the 2nd sector. Hamilton had a terrible first sector, but he manages to compensate in the middle sector by the looks of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for Joel Kamadi, it's all going to come down to 2 things. Keep within the track, take advantage of the different, when Hamilton goes off but B-Wall is having quite a race to forget. I don't know whether the team from Gardens will be happy with what he's been showcasing today, but otherwise he needs to, and there he goes a little wide again. Hamilton, Joel Kamadi is setting us a purpose for sector 4 there, and he set the fastest lap. It's about the discipline you have around the corners.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Sector 2 yellow flag, who is into the barriers.
Is that a failure with the system? Because I don't see anything wrong with it.
Should be a failure in the system. Ooh.
And Biwol overcooks the brakes.
Biwol will have to become gentle with his brakes, because too much on the brakes means he's losing time. Remember that we are going for 27 laps in the Italian Grand Prix, brought to you by Next Level Experience. Hamilton is absolutely cooking it.
And Hamilton cooks the exit.
Cooks the exit just a little too much, which could be advantage for Joel Kamade, because that means he gets to
Hamilton
trim
has
down,
lost half a second in the parabolica itself.
which
Actually
gives
more than a second. Which gives Joel breathing space and a lifeline to hang on to.
Samuel King is found himself in 4th position. Why? Because Biwol and Kadugala are over-kissing the barriers.
And they make contact again. There we go. Biwol on the outside. Beautiful, beautiful.
A beautiful overtake by Biwol right there. And he gets himself into 4th.
And he manages to break just in time.
Wide yet again. Yet again. He goes wide. That corner has just proven
That chicane really has Biwol's number. He can't seem to slow the car down fast enough.
Check it off.
I'm curious, where is Joel losing time? Because he makes time up in the middle sector but loses time throughout the whole lap.
I'm thinking he's losing time around the chicanes, around the chicanes, and of course those sharp apexes. That is why he's losing the time, because if he's able to just about have just gentle brakes on those corners, then he could be able to actually take advantage of Hamilton's spirals, because there goes Hamilton yet again. He's too gentle with his steering wheel. Too gentle. Kadugala is having a race to forget. Absolutely. He came into this Grand Prix with the expectation that he will be the man to challenge the championship leader Hamilton, but it looks like it's going to come down to either Joel Kamade
and
or
Hamilton
Eric.
hooks the exit.
Yet again. And Joel Kamade just loves it, because he is having an absolute flyer of this race.
Now the question is, who cooked their tires early on?
Biwol is definitely cooking those tires, because he has kissed the chicanes, he has been in the barriers, he's been in the gravel. Those tires are definitely in need of replacing anytime now. And remember that all of these drivers have started on soft tires. Oh no! Biwol yet again finds himself in unfamiliar territory. Definitely a race to forget for Biwol and Kadugala. And we're on board with Hamilton now. Is really giving it everything that he has, and he has a 6.7 seconds advantage on Joel Kamade, and Joel Kamade has a 24-second advantage on Eric. So Eric has to take
Joel loses another 8 tenths.
Can Joel take advantage of that? Because Hamilton went off the track completely, and yes he has. Yes he has. He's cut it down to 5.6 seconds. Joel really has to keep within that track, because Hamilton is really putting himself under pressure, and another mistake of a sort could find himself really lacking behind.
Hamilton nails the exit at the De La Rogia. Beautiful, beautiful entry and exit.
He is really,
He is on it. Let's see how he nails the parabolica here.
not even taking advantage of the brake so much, is he?
Beautiful, beautiful, and he kisses the white line on the exit.
Wonderful driving by Eric in there, because he is also catching up with Joel Kamadi. The question is on how long can Joel hold on to that 18-second advantage over Eric, and how long can Eric have contained that 16 seconds advantage on Kadugala?
It looks to me like no one is gaining. Everyone is just banking on a mistake from the other driver.
I think actually Hamilton is gaining on Joel's mistake around the parabolica, because right about now he's now 6.3 seconds, and yet Joel Kamadi was behind him by 5.4 seconds. So he is gaining from all that. Eric started off poorly, but he seems to be getting steadily into this race as things stand. We are now on board with the race leader. Absolutely enjoying to be in the Freeman land. But Joel is again back on. It's now 5.2 seconds advantage on he has 5.2 seconds to catch up with the race leader, Hamilton. Hamilton has got to really keep within this track.
Hamilton seems to be having a hard time through the Delesmo chicane, the 6-7 series of corners. He can't seem to nail it, and that's where Joel seems to be gaining most of the time.
Exactly, because right about now, Joel is behind the race leader by just 5 seconds only. So it's a question of how can, and when you look at Joel's racing, it's all coming down to the corners, the sharp corners, because that is where he's absolutely losing time on Hamilton. For B-Wall, it's about patiently hunting down Samuel King. Patiently.
Hamilton through the Delesmo chicane. Here we go. Will he lose time?
Oh, that's protocol.
He cooks it yet again. He overestimated on the brakes. But let's see. And Joel still gains time. So Hamilton is losing time through the Delesmo chicane. I don't know how he's going to manage to nail it.
For Eric, it's a question of just patiently watching, patiently. The Nigeria Gardens F1 team will be watching closely, because this is their man, this is their star driver. But it looks like his co-driver, B-Wall, is also gaining on, because he's now just about 9 seconds off Samuel King. And if he's able to get the moving ads driver, then he could find himself in 5th position, which would be very much of an advantage for Eric, because for Eric, he needs his co-driver Hamilton in his side.
Into the wall again.
That corner absolutely has B-Wall's numbers. if it was that call that we make during the rain, B-Wall would be always responding quickly. Hamilton. And Kadugala has been disqualified. This is not what we expected. This is not what we anticipated to see. The championship favorite has absolutely gotten himself knackered in there, because he is out of this race, and that leaves Gerald Hamilton with an absolute kick of a race for him to win all to himself. There are 2 drivers in the pit lane. Hamilton is into the pit.
Joel going for the overcut.
And we have Samuel King in the pit, who is coming out first. Oh, that was a poor pit stop. Oh, absolutely brilliant from the moving ads team, because Samuel King is now out into the track, and that means that Hamilton has got to overtake Samuel King and then hope that Joel gets to pit. But for Joel, with an 18 seconds advantage, it only means that he gets to pit and actually come out just behind the race leader.
Hamilton's outlap is crucial here. How much time will he gain? And Samuel King can't move out of the way. He has blue. Okay, here we go.
And there he goes. Hamilton gets
into clear air now. Will the Deloso chicane be Hamilton's downfall again? Joel is into the pits. This is a crucial moment in the race. Hamilton just coming out of the exit of the Parabolica. I think Hamilton has this.
And Joel come out and Hamilton goes just in the nick of time because Joel is just coming out onto the track, and there he goes. He now has to chase the race leader yet again. But he knows that he has 6 seconds to deal with. And yet again, that corner seems to be Joel Kamadi's Achilles heel, because he breaks a little too strongly on it, which means he loses time on Nigeria B-wall, and his love with the barriers never stops. It's a fascinating love affair. You've got to admit it. Absolutely fascinating.
Hamilton is losing time. Why is Hamilton losing time?
Why is Hamilton losing time? Because Joel, who was 6 seconds behind, is now 5.7 seconds behind. Is now 5.4 seconds.
So Joel has gained 1.6 seconds on his outlap. Hamilton must have cooked a corner somewhere.
I just got confirmation that Kadugala, who was having not quite a race to remember, happened to have been knocked by one of the drivers on track, and as a result, he got disqualified from the race. I don't know. Do you think that there is redemption for the driver after this?
It depends on how he performs going forward now.
It's going to come down to how it goes forward, because guess what? It will only mean if Hamilton wins this race, it means that Hamilton will have a 26 points advantage over Kadugala, who many had thought would be actually the championship favorite, and now it all looks like it's falling apart for him. Hamilton, what can he do? Joel Kamadi, what does he have in his pocket for B-Wall? Where does this leave him altogether? Samuel King, the driver of moving ads, a race he will live to forget.
Joel nails the exit of the Ascari chicane. Beautiful braking and on power switch. He gains a few seconds through that section alone. Hamilton cooks the exit of the Parabolica. Oh no! And Joel loses time as well. No one can seem to have a clean lap or a clean series of laps.
Joel seems to be having the purple sectors, but he's not having the fastest lap.
Hamilton! The exit of the chicane.
What was that? Hamilton cooked that chicane, but Joel did not take advantage.
Joel cooked it as well.
Oh dear.
This is becoming a case of who can make the most mistakes through a lap.
Because for me, the question now I have is, can Eric actually be able to take advantage of all the different mistakes that the two race leaders are seemingly having?
I don't think so. Eric is 24 seconds adrift. That's such a big gap to close down.
Huge gap, and we're just about 12 laps Yeah, 13 laps to go. It's going to be a lot of. It's going to take something huge. Oh, Joel not happy with that corner again. But Bewall has found himself in 4th position, and for the Gardens driver, this is beautiful because in the last race, he really just wanted the race to end. But this time round, despite kissing all the chicanes and all the barriers, he is in a perfectly good position. We are on board with Eric now. That's a beautiful lap from Eric. Let's look at that turn. Wonderful maneuver.
And Eric overcooks the exit as well of the chicane.
It's just about how much of power they apply on the brakes, isn't it?
They're overestimating the chicane and their ability to slow down by the looks of it.
Definitely. On board with B-Wall now. There goes the Gardens F1 driver. Can he make a beautiful turn? Yes, he comes out absolutely beautiful. Gets a little bit of a push in there. That should be a perfect line for him. Can he take advantage of those turns beautifully? Yes, just about this time round. Gets it right. Absolutely thrilled he must be, because it has been his greatest Achilles for the Gardens driver. Joel Kamadi has lost time to the race leader yet again, because it's now 7 seconds and we have only 10 laps to go. For Hamilton, he'll be hoping that he can continue with this momentum and end the championship and take home the 1 million that is available for the drivers to take.
What was looking like an interesting race a couple of laps ago has fizzled out. The excitement has totally fizzled out. Joe couldn't take advantage of Hamilton's mistakes, and I wonder, will he be ruining the mistakes he made in the Delarizio chicane?
I'm thinking that he is going to rule those mistakes, because you look at how Hamilton has taken advantage of all the Joel mistakes, taken advantage of them, gotten himself into a perfect 7 seconds advantage, and you're thinking Joel is going to rule those mistakes, because this could have been his race to take home as well.
Well, remember, he was 2.5 seconds behind at one point.
Exactly. Minute behind his co-driver. That's just too much time.
Joel nails the exit of the Delarizio chicane. Let's see how he does it.
Oh, Joel is into the gravel. Oh no. Absolutely gutted for him. Absolutely. But advantage taken by Hamilton, because he's now having a whole 9 seconds advantage.
Hamilton should just ride this out. Don't overcook anything. Just take your time. There is no pressure at all.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at even B-Wall, he's now a whole lap behind. I think it's about that time where B-Wall is getting lapped. F1 is really not easy.
Oh, and he cooks the exit of the Ascari chicane.
Advantage, Joel. An advantage definitely for Eric as well, because Eric, who was 24 seconds behind the race leaders, is now within 17 seconds. Can he just find some bit of energy in the next remaining?
I don't think so. He needs to find laps? A second, a lap or more in order to mount a genuine challenge. Hamilton overcooks the exit of the Delarizio chicane.
And he's definitely lost some time in there, because now Joel Kamadi is within 6.7 seconds. So
But the question is, can Joel mount a challenge long enough to take advantage of those mistakes?
it's going to be about how he maneuvers his turns, because that is where he's always lost time when it has come to catching up on the race leader.
From what I'm seeing, whenever Hamilton makes a mistake, he responds immediately in the next series of corners.
Because look at that, that was just beautiful.
Beautiful exit. Can Joel do it? Can he really do it?
And he's laughing, gets a bit of DRS in there. And that's the advantage that you want as a race leader, to get that little bit of push from the DRS.
But then Joel has eked out the 4-second advantage.
Because it's now 5.6 seconds.
Exactly.
Are we going to have an interesting last 7 laps in this race?
And Hamilton. Okay, he just got turned just in time.
Who is it to the barriers? Oh, that was.
And Joel makes a mistake as well.
They just can't seem to get out of mistakes. They just can't seem to forgive their tires, these drivers. And when you are in such a position, you want to be able to take advantage of that. B-Wall, really a race to forget for the Gardens F1 driver. Really a race to forget.
And Hamilton mounts another amazing lap to extend his advantage.
And now we have Kadugala, the championship favorite, who got disqualified with us. Kadugala, just tell us what happened and where did it go wrong for you?
There's a lot that went wrong, really. The start was good, and I ended up in the barriers on turn 4, I think.
Yeah,
but I had recovered well, and then I don't know what happened. But I believe someone, there was someone at the back,
yeah,
and he just hit me, and the car became a bit tricky and difficult to put back on the road. So
yeah. So you and the Black Ox team, are you planning to, re-strategize, get set for the next race, and come back to mount a challenge? Because by the look of things, Hamilton could be walking away with this championship.
Still early, very early. You cannot give a championship away on 2 races. Come on. He knows it too. Everyone knows it. I'm not out of this. 2 bad races, really. This one was just way worse, but yeah, it's just another bad day at office. This is something small. Everyone has a target on their back for the next race. That's all I can say. It's just it.
All right, and Kadugala says every driver in the next race has a target on their back. Spoken like a real driver who is gunning for the championship, hasn't he?
He really does.
And we are on board with the race leader, Hamilton. Just going a little off in those corners yet again. He has 6 laps to go. He has got to keep calm, maintain, because really this is his race to win, unless otherwise. Could we have rain? I don't think so. It doesn't look like we'll have any rain. Lost a bit of a second in there as well. For Joel, it's a case of maintain position, because you want to finish second in this championship. You want to be able to take advantage of everything and be able to walk away on podium for the first time racing in this championship. But that's just a beautiful maneuver for him.
But the only problem is Joel can't seem to nail a lap. He can't seem to get a clean lap or a series of clean laps to mount a long-lasting and significant challenge on Hamilton.
And Bill just loves that corner, doesn't he? Because he kissed the gravel yet again. And I mean, it's such like love affair. I don't know. It's I think he's eaten too much amuke today because I've never seen him go off like that.
And Biwo has a 3-second time penalty.
He's been going off the track way too much. Oh, who just went into the barriers? That's Eric. But he got himself right back into it. For Eric, it's about keeping himself within the top 3, because even in the last race, he was in the top 3. If he is able to finish within the top 3, it only means one thing. He gets to climb on the championship points. He now becomes the second on championship. We have 4 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 laps to go. And Eric gets himself also a 3-second penalty.
But I think he's safe. He's safe. The time advantage he has over
B-Wall, a whole lap. Yeah, it's very, very enough for him. So he's safe. Joel Kamadi trying to mount a challenge now as we come towards the end of this race, because he's now 8 seconds behind the race leader. But Hamilton is absolutely focused on this race. He's not leaving anything to chance. Beautiful. Oh, he goes a little off. For Hamilton, he will want to avoid any time penalties, because he gets time penalties and Joel Kabadi gets closer. That could become a problem for him as well. That's just a beautiful turn by Hamilton. Joel Kamadi is closing in. Now 7 seconds. And Eric has pitted.
Is Eric going for the fastest lap?
I think he is going for the fastest lap. By the look of things, he is going for the fastest lap. Because he's put on softs.
I guess if you can't win the race, you have to find other avenues.
I mean, if you're not going to win the race, you might as well steal the point from the race leader and hope that 1 point will be something of an advantage at the latter stages of the championship. Oh, B-Wall and his love affair. Want to write a book on, if we're being honest. Hamilton giving it everything. Absolutely. And Joel Kamadi right behind him. You know, like, you ever seen how a lion hunts down a deer? That's how Joel is trying to get it onto Hamilton.
But he can't.
Does he have what it takes to get closer in the remaining two laps?
I don't think so.
I mean, he's had several chances to really.
He really has, but this is Hamilton's win by the looks of it. Barring any catastrophic mistake, Hamilton has this in the bag.
I mean, I would want something dramatic in the last lap. Remind you of Abu Dhabi 2021, doesn't you? Doesn't it?
I thought we don't talk about Abu Dhabi 2021.
We don't talk about it?
We don't talk about it.
Oh, well, there we go. Hamilton has actually He's spun and lost time. But Joel has not taken advantage, has he? Hamilton will need to keep within the track and hope that Joel stays the same, because any kissing of the barriers right now will only mean one thing, that we're going to have a dramatic end to this race. Joel is pouncing, is getting ever so close, because it's 6.6 seconds separating the two drivers. What was once 9.8 something is now 6.8. But this is definitely Hamilton's race to take home. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're on board with B-Wall.
Samuel King has a 3-second time penalty.
Samuel King has a 3-second penalty. He's into the gravel and is trying to get himself onto the track. The moving arts driver is not having the race that he had hoped to have. Absolutely.
Oh, and Hamilton.
Hamilton! Oh no! And Joel is into the lead! Joel is into the lead! This could be it!
On the penultimate lap. Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness! This may just be the race that we did not see coming. And this is the kind of race that Kadugala was hoping for, and he's definitely got it, because that means that points have been taken off from Hamilton. Can Joel maintain that momentum and take this championship home? Let's watch the race leader now, because guess what? 2 laps is having to take advantage of. Joel has got
commentator's curse.
The commentator's curse happened yesterday. And Kadugala is absolutely happy about all of this.
Hamilton shouldn't have. He was panicking. I don't know why. He had a 7-second advantage. He could literally have just coasted.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eric is having the fastest lap. It seems the pit stop may just have paid off for Eric, for the Gayaza F1 driver. But we are on board with the next media. We are on board with the next media driver, Joel Kamadi. Can he be able to maintain it? Can he take it home? A few seconds separating the 2 drivers. Kamadi is seeing.
Well, approaches the Askari chicane. That's a few more corners with the checkered flag.
Here we go. If there ever was drama, the Italian Grand Prix has offered us the drama that we had been waiting for. A few more corners for Joel Kamadi, and he will be the champion of the Italian Grand Prix. Here we go.
Parabolica.
3.3 seconds separating the 2 drivers. And he is seeing the checkered flag, and he wins the Italian Grand Prix. Joel Kamadi is the winner of the Italian Grand Prix. He takes the championship away from Hamilton, who is the championship leader. But Joel Kamadi patiently hunted his man. Like I told you, and when a lion is hunting a deer, he is patient. He kept within distance, and he got what he was looking for.
He just waited for the mistake, because there was no way he would have caught him on pace alone.
Oh my goodness, Hamilton cannot believe it. Eric takes on the fastest lap. B-Wall will be looking to come home 4th, but it's absolute jubilation at the next media team pit lane, because Joel Kamadi came in here without any points, and he has won the Italian Grand Prix. What a weekend he's going to have. What a weekend he's going to have. For Hamilton, he's still within his car. He cannot believe what just happened. He cannot believe what he did. He cannot believe how he has lost this race just when it all seemed to go his way. Absolutely a dramatic end. Absolutely dramatic end to this race. B-Wall comes home to 4th. Samuel King comes home to 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, the Italian Grand Prix for you. I mean, Emron, there is just so much that we could talk about in this race, but ultimately, the end towards it all is what we have to focus on. Yes, we did expect it. The commentators' cars came into play, but what a race.
Hamilton was a little too anxious into the Askari chicane, unfortunately, and he lost it.
I mean, we see the Italian, but what a race. I mean,
we are here
at Akamwesi Mall at Gayaza Road with the next level experience. Kadugala starts on pole, Gerard Hamilton in second, Samuel King is in third. That is Joel, Biwol and Kanim. They will have to start fighting it all there from the back of the grid. And it's lights out, away we go. Biwol, what happened in Monza?
For some of us who started in the midfield and towards the back of the grid, you can't overtake until you're on the main straight. I ended up, not on podium, close to the podium. I could sniff it. I could sniff it. Yeah. But it was a very, very awesome race.
You love Baku. What happened? Where did it all go wrong for you?
Wide yet again.
I think I panicked at some point. I saw somebody in my driving mirrors. And instead of driving my race, I was kind of, I tried to defend a bit more. He was smarter. Ultimately, how you start the race determines a lot on how you end up.
The legend Samuel King racing for moving earth.
And there we go! Samuel King has been knocked.
I got taken out in the first turn. And from there, it just went downhill, but stuck through it and tried to salvage all I could. And we got fifth.
Yeah.
So, frustrating race, but we got what we could.
What happened in Baku? Because Baku had a 2 pit stop strategy and it's kind of disorganized most of the drivers. How did that go for you?
Qualified second, taken out in T1. Yes, same story.
Yeah.
Salvaged what I could and looking forward to the next race.
At the start is where everything falls apart for you.
Well, I have to just avoid other drivers. Because in quali, the pace is there. When other drivers are in the mix, that's when things get crazy. Yeah. So avoiding other drivers and sticking with the plan.
We're still at the beginning of the season and anything, and I mean anything, can happen.
Hamilton! The exit of the chicane.
What was that?
Hamilton is the man everyone came to beat this time round. And guess what? They got the better of him. Not once, but twice. And this time round, they got him in Monza and in Baku.
And Hamilton!
Oh no! Joel is into the lead! Joel is into the lead!
It was unfortunate that I actually knocked that stone and spun. And if I had known it, for Baku was really a tight race. I kept my qualification as clean as I usually do, but I don't know how I got my lap invalidated. I really didn't see that coming. I doubt there's anyone in that room who can handle a car with barely as much downforce as I did. And I barely knocked compared to, that's if you exclude the first 3 laps when I was tossing it out to the AI. I won't hope. I know I will.
Joel Kamadi is the winner of the Italian Grand Prix. He takes the championship away from Hamilton.
The man who has won the Italian Grand Prix, courtesy of Next Level Experience.
Yeah, Italian Grand Prix in Monza was a good one for me. I think I got my strategy right. I was following Hamilton, and eventually he made a mistake with a lap to go, and I capitalized on it, and I got the job done.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the easiest of tasks. That turn 1 in Monza was my weakness, but somehow after about probably 15 laps, I got the hang of it. I was able to maneuver around, and I got it.
Kadugala, like I said, he had both fortune and misfortune.
And Kadugala has been disqualified. This is not what we expected.
I spun and I couldn't get the car back on the road, and that was the end of the race for me there.
You went into Baku having promised every driver that they had a target on their back, and you delivered on your word.
Kadugala hunting, and the checkered flag comes down for the race leader. Kadugala of Black Hawk wins it in Azerbaijan. He gets his first win of the season.
And all I needed was a win.
Yeah.
All I needed was a win, and it was supposed to be the way it was. It was a solid win. It was a dominant win. I knew we were starting on softs, but for a very short run.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go in for mediums, right? And then the last stint, you still do mediums.
Ladies and gentlemen, you want to keep your eyes out for these drivers, because everything, all the drama, all the action is brought to you by, that is Next Level Experience. It's brought to you by Moving Ads and Newsleader. We are bringing you nothing but the very best of entertainment on esports in Uganda.